Welcome to the Deep Dive by Outlier, where we uncover the market's hidden trends and give you the edge you need. Head on over to ovtlyr.com right now to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk today. Now let's jump right in.
Welcome back. Today we're diving into the AI boom, but not exactly how you might think. We're not going to be talking about self-driving cars or, robots taking over. Not yet, at least. We're looking at how this whole explosion of AI is actually impacting the real world. Real companies, real profits. Specifically, we're going to be looking at SK Hynix.
SK Hynix. I bet most people haven't even heard of them, but they're a major player in the AI world.
Yeah, they're one of the biggest memory chip makers in the world. They're like the brains behind the brains, providing the actual memory that lets all those fancy AI systems do their thing. And their latest news, business is good. Really good.
Really good might be an understatement. Their operating profit for Q3 just hit a record. It was 7.03 trillion Korean won. That's over $5 billion US. And get this, a year ago at this time, they were actually reporting a loss.
So what changed?
AI happened. That's what changed. And specifically the kind of memory that these massive AI systems need. It's called HBM, high bandwidth memory. That's the key.
So HBM is kind of like the secret sauce here.
It is. Think of it this way. You're trying to train a huge AI model to recognize images. Right? Like a model that can tell the difference between a cat and a dog. But it's doing it with millions and millions of images. Traditional memory is just way too slow for that. It'd be like trying to download a movie on dial-up.
Okay, so HBM is like switching to fiber optic.
Exactly. What they do is they stack these memory chips vertically, like building a skyscraper. And that creates this super fast pipeline for data, more speed, more efficiency. That's how AI can actually handle these huge data sets.
Gotcha. Now it's making sense. So SK Hynix saw their HBM sales just explode.
Right.
Up over 70% just from last quarter. And compared to a year ago, they more than tripled.
Yeah, and here's the thing. They're supplying that fuel for the AI engine to a very specific company.
You mean?
I do. SK Hynix is a major supplier to Nvidia, the leader in AI chips.
Yeah.
So you can see how everything's connected here. It's not just hype. It's a real market, and it's growing fast.
So you're saying this isn't just some temporary blip. This AI wave has some serious momentum behind it.
Well, that's certainly what SK Hynix is betting on. Their whole strategy is built around the idea that the demand for AI is only going to keep growing. And not just for data centers either. We're talking AI in everyday devices, PCs, smartphones, maybe even your toaster.
Hold on. Now you're telling me my toaster's going to have AI.
Hey, it's not as crazy as it sounds.
Yeah.
We already see AI features popping up everywhere in our phones, our computers. SK Hynix is basically saying that this trend is going to keep accelerating, and that's going to push the demand for memory chips through the roof.
Wow, that's a lot to process. It really makes you think about what a world full of AI would even look like.
It does, doesn't it? It's exciting to think about the possibilities.
Yeah.
But we also have to be realistic. Every industry faces challenges.
Yeah.
And the memory market is no exception.
Right. So it's not all sunshine and roses. What kind of obstacles do you see SK Hynix facing, even with this AI boom going on?
Well, one of the biggest issues in the memory market is oversupply. When you have too many chips, prices drop. And that can hurt profits.
It does feel like we're at this tipping point, doesn't it? Like everything we thought we knew about technology is about to change.
It's like we're standing on the edge of something brand new. You kind of see the possibilities. But the whole picture, it's still forming.
And it's not just about the technology itself, right? It's about how we adapt, how we use it in our lives, and how we deal with all the changes that come with a shift this big.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what? Thinking about SK Hynix, they've shown that they can not only adapt, but they can see these changes coming before they even happen. It makes you wonder, what else do they have up their sleeve? What's the next big thing after HBM? What's the next breakthrough that's going to take AI even further?
Now you've got me thinking like I'm on Shark Tank. But really, understanding these trends, the companies behind them, it gives you a whole new way of looking at things.
It does. We spend so much time interacting with technology on the surface level. Our phones, our computers, our apps. But it's companies like SK Hynix, the ones working behind the scenes. They're the ones building the foundation for everything that's coming next.
Yeah, they're building the infrastructure for a future we can barely even imagine. And as that future unfolds, it's going to be fascinating to watch how companies like SK Hynix continue to shape it.
I totally agree. So next time you read a headline about some amazing new AI thing, just remember, there's this whole network of companies and brilliant people that made it happen.
And maybe, just maybe, you'll be inspired to do your own deep dive. Peel back the layers and discover the hidden stories behind the tech that's changing the world. That's what the deep dive is all about. Thanks for listening.
Hey, thanks so much for deep diving with us today. Head on over to outlier.com. That's ovtlyr.com to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk today. And we'll see you next time.